Heyo, I'm Silberpinguin. A few weeks ago I saw this. And I've been thinking, what kind of video would this community enjoy? Then I remembered how I found Jazza's channel back then. Tutorials. So let's go back to the roots. Today I want to show you how I created this animation.
Oh, looks a bit small for old Santa here. Whatever, I can do this. No, I cannot.
And yes, the animation is Christmas themed, and Christmas will be over when this comes out. But I can make this video whatever I want, because I'm an adult. Kinda. Now I'm gonna show you how I animate stuff. The things I'll say will translate to other programs, but I'm using Animate CC. Step 1 for me is always to think of a story. To think of something that's worth being brought to life by animation. Not saying that you can't just jump into it and start animating. I'd even recommend this to beginners, but if you've got a script, you can record audio beforehand. And audio is very important. Right now I'm recording this audio from inside of a car with a microphone on an attachment that hopefully won't collapse. Pro gear. And it's practical to record audio before you start to animate, because, at least for me, it's easier to get the comedic timing down, which can be extremely hard sometimes. And then I start animating by sketching the most important frames of the scene. The frames that show the most extreme stages of a movement. If you want to get more into keyframes, you should watch this video by Jazza. Maybe it'll be linked in the description, I don't know. Step 4. In-betweens. Got your keyframes? Good. Now you'll need yourself some in-betweens. The in-betweens will change the look of your animation drastically. Do you want it to look goofy like this? Ridiculous animation smears and over-exaggeration is a way to portray that. Here Mickey Mouse has multiple right arms, and then his arm is all curvy like a snake all of the sudden, but it fits the tone when you play the video. Ever heard of animation smears? Pow! Another video by Jazza you should definitely take a look at. The more in-betweens you use, the smoother will your animation look. But I really want to say, you don't need to draw every single frame. 24 is the common FPS. You really don't need to draw your character 24 times for 1 second of animation. Sometimes less is more. You can even use it as an advantage. You could draw less frames when a movement is fast and more when it's slow to put more weight into it. Now all that is left is some line art and coloring. These steps are time consuming and there isn't much to say about them, so let's wrap it up a little. I draw my backgrounds in Photoshop and edit my videos in After Effects. I draw my lines with the pen tool. I think drawing with this tool would be faster. I don't know what it's called in German, it's Freihandwerkzeug. I think it's just called pencil tool or something along those lines. But whenever I use this tool, my lines look like a mess. There's an option to smoothen the lines, but even then it's mediocre at best. To coloring I can only say, don't make the colors too dull. Besides that, choose whatever you feel like. But one tip, the colors may look a little different after uploading the project to a website. Just be aware of that. It took me a long time to realize that I drew Santa without a beard. My advice is that you should always ask people for feedback or take a second look at your project after some time has passed, because after animating for hours it happens that you don't realize that things are off, even though they're obvious. And here's the finished version once again. Before I end this video, just one little excursus to stretch and squash. When Santa moves, you can see his little bobble from his head swinging back and forth. It stretches as it's moving fast, which becomes less as gravity slows down the movement. And as the forces cancel each other out, the bobble looks normal again. Then it falls back, accelerating while doing so it stretches again. And when it hits Santa's head, it squashes a bit to then rest in that place in its original form and size. Here's a comparison of this movement with and without scratch and squash. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, Jazza, for this opportunity. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.